Hey everybody, Brendan here. I'm a photographer. I enjoy travel. Amateur photographer. I wouldn't say I'm a professional, but I do enjoy traveling a lot, taking photos, and just exploring, meeting new people, getting to know different cultures. Recording this video, we're not really too much in lockdown anymore in the UK, but quarantine is still and lockdown for good reason, still impacting travel. And I got some time off. I got the day off work, but I'm unable to really kind of use that time off work the way I'd like to, kind of exploring somewhere new, and for good reason. Coronavirus is pretty horrible. This is a photo I took in Taipei, Taiwan. Taiwan, or Taipei specifically, is one of my favourite cities in the world. It's a lovely place full of lovely people. One of the friendliest places I think I've been to. Actually, I got a very warm welcome every time I've been to Taipei. Wonderful people, lovely city, great to explore. Wonderful night markets, amazing food, and just lovely cityscapes and architecture, and kind of interesting kind of Asian metropolis with all the kind of interesting neon lights and all of that. Really, in terms of places I like to visit, it ticks all my great boxes. Amazing temples, fortune tellers hidden in the subway that you can go and speak to if you even do speak English, and you get your fortune told. It's a wonderful place. I digress too much. This was taken near Elephant Rock. It's a very famous place on the eastern side of Taipei. You can get there by metro. It's a short walk, and it's a very popular kind of destination for tourists. And this was taken at sunset, so it's kind of peak tourist time. It's when everyone wants to go. And I guess because someone once took a photo kind of standing on the Elephant Rock with Taipei 101 in the background during sunset, that became Instagram famous. Everyone wants to now have that photo. So like many places I've been to while travelling, I got to a famous kind of photo spot, and lo and behold, there's a big queue of tourists there, all queuing up to have their photo taken. In fact, even sometimes when I've been to places that aren't famous, and tourists kind of see me taking a photo, suddenly a queue of people will form behind me, or people will just hop right in front of my camera, and someone will jump right in front of me and take a photo. It's crazy what people will do for what they think is a good photo these days. So you have this massive queue of people outside the Elephant Rock, and people taking it in turns to stand on the Elephant Rock and get their photo taken, the Taipei 101. And I think some people must have been queuing there for at least an hour. The queue was that big. And then everyone walks away with the exact same photo, so you get like 1,000 photos that more or less look the same. It's just a different person. And I guess everyone's just interested in the Instagram likes and popularity and stuff, which is why they all do it, I guess. I don't know. I mean, if people like that, I don't really have a thing against it. I'm not into that. I'm kind of shy anyway, so I'm very much. I prefer to stand behind the camera, and I add on my solo traveller. Generally, I'm usually travelling on my own, so it's not something I like to do, and I don't see the point in kind of replicating the same photo that everyone else has got. I prefer to do something a bit more creative, but if that's what people enjoy, it's what they enjoy. So be it. But anyway, about 30 seconds walk. It was literally 30 seconds walk away from where everyone was queuing up outside Elephant Rock. There was this kind of little kind of mud little viewpoint of a clearing in the trees, where you got this amazing view of Taipei City that you're looking at now. I was looking out over the city over sunset, so I stood there. No one else around, even though I was so close to the big queue. No one there at all. No one could see me because it was kind of hidden around the corner. So I took there and took loads of shots, and this was one of my favourites. And I was really pleased to kind of stand there. I think I took this with my vintage Minolta 135mm f2.8, and I do like vintage lenses. It's something I'm really into. I just like the quality of them. They do interesting things with light flares occasionally. They're generally very sharp, and I was travelling long term on a budget, so the vintage lenses tend to be very cheap for what I consider to be quite high performance lenses. So I was using a second hand Sony A7 II, if anyone's interested in that, but it doesn't really matter. Whatever camera or lens you use, it doesn't really matter. It's what you do with it that counts. So anyway, I got this shot which I thought was particularly beautiful, and I'm just kind of showing you on screen my editing process. I guess I'll do the basic kind of global edits first. What you're seeing here is me doing some getting confused with some kind of local edits, but I do my global edits first. I then do some colour changes, paying attention to the histogram, the colours in the histogram and how they all align, but also making sure that I'm happy with the colour of the image as a whole. And once I'm kind of happy with how the image looks globally, I get into kind of local edits. So here you can see me using the radial filter to I increased the highlight slightly and increased or decreased dehaze, and really did that just to create better separation, kind of tonal separation between foreground and background. So the background, you kind of got your lighter tones, and in the foreground you kind of got your deeper, kind of darker tones as well, and that's just to give the image a bit more depth. I thought once I'd kind of done the global edits, and as you can see just the before image there, I felt I'd lost a bit of that depth, a bit of that sense of distance in the image. So I did that just to bring that out a bit more, give it that nice sense of depth. What you're seeing here now is me playing the tone curve, and one thing I do like to do is just increase the contrast, but also just move up the black point a bit, just to make the blacks a bit matte. Again, it's not something you have to do. It's something. It's a personal choice. I quite enjoy that aesthetically, and I spent a lot of time kind of digging into the tone curve and experimenting it with it. So I understand it now. But I enjoy doing that, making the blacks a bit matte. And then once I've done that, I like to put a bit of blue. So move the blue bit up a bit. So actually, my blacks aren't kind of dark grey. They're dark blue, and what I find is that makes the shadows a little bit colder, so you not only get tonal contrast, but you also, as you can see here, you get colour contrast between light and dark. So the darks tend to be a bit colder, whereas my lights tend to be a bit warmer. And here you can see me again using the colour tone curve, putting a bit more red into the highlights, and then putting a bit more green as well into those blues, just to make them a bit less blue, a bit more subtleties is what I really like. Although there's not a lot of subtlety in this image, it's just something I really like. And then hey presto, here's my final image, and this is what I got. And I guess that's the end of my video. So I hope you enjoyed this. It was a bit rambling, I guess, and less me talking about photo editing and more me complaining about tourists while travelling and how much I love Taipei. But hey, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I hope this was useful. If you give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed my rambling and you want me to hear more rambling, and see more photo edits and hear more travel stories, give me a thumbs up. If you don't like this, then give me a thumbs down. Leave a comment. I'm interested in feedback. And this was really an experiment. I've got no idea. This is my first time really uploading this kind of video to YouTube. As I said, I'm quite shy, so I'm probably not going to be posting photos of me kind of sat in front, video of me talking in front of a microphone, showing off my studio. I kind of live in a little one-bedroom flat in the UK. That's really nothing to show off about it, so I probably won't be doing any of that. And I'm relatively shy anyway, so it's not something I really want to do. But I hope you got something out of value from this. I hope it was useful, just to see this, and leave a comment. I hope it was good, and I hope you like this photo. It's Taipei is a real highlight for me when I was travelling. So anyway, thank you guys. Thank you for if you got this far, then thank you very much. If you didn't, then no worries. And I might post another one of these, and see you again. Cheers.